Hello everyone, welcome back to physics class. Let us continue chapter 3, current electricity. Today I am going to explain microscopic form of Ohm's law. That means the vector form of Ohm's law. In the previous classes, we already studied what is the statement of Ohm's law, what is its equation, and what are the limitations of Ohm's law, what are ohmic and non-ohmic devices that we studied, and also we deduce Ohm's law. In today's session, I am going to derive an expression for Ohm's law, vector form of Ohm's law or microscopic form of Ohm's law. So this microscopic form of Ohm's law, it is given by the equation J equal to sigma into E. What is the equation? J equal to sigma into E. This is microscopic form of Ohm's law, where sigma is electrical conductivity, E is electric field and J is current density. So this form of Ohm's law operates on a microscopic level relating current density to the conductivity and electric field. Let us derive this equation. So what is current density? We already know that current density is the electric current through a given cross-sectional area, which is denoted by the symbol G. So current density at all the points in a cross-sectional area of the conductor is given by. See here, I am going to write current density at all the points in the given cross-sectional area of the conductor is given by J equal to I divided by A, where J indicates current density, I indicates current through the conductor and A indicates uniform cross-sectional area of the conductor. So this is current density at all the points in a given cross-sectional area of the conductor, J equal to I divided by A, or this equation can be written as I equal to J into A. So this is a dot product, or we can also call it as a scalar product. So let us write it as J dot A. So J dot A, let us take it as equation number 1. Now, if current flowing through the conductor is not uniform, then I am going to consider a small current through the small area. Now I am going to consider a small current through the small cross-sectional area of the conductor. We assume the current through the conductor if it is not uniform. If current through the conductor is not uniform, then we can consider a small current. Then small current means I can take it as dI. dI means what? Small current. Then small current dI through small area. Let us take it as dA. Small area dA of the conductor is given by, let us take it as equation number 1, that can be written as dI is equal to J dot dA. This is for small amount of current because we assumed the electric current through the conductor is not uniform. Now dI equal to J dot dA. Here this is a dot product. So we can write it as dI equal to J dot dA can be written as J dA cos theta, because this is what? Dot product or scalar product. Theta is angle between J and dA, that is current density and cross-sectional area. So for maximum current, we can take theta equal to 0 degree because cos 0 is 1. If theta equal to 90 degree, then cos 90 is 0. For maximum current, we can take theta equal to 0 degree. For minimum current, we can take theta equal to 90 degree. So when we substitute theta equal to 0, cos 0 is 1. So we can get di equal to j into dA. This is the maximum current in a small given area. So we can take it as di equal to j into dA. Let us take it as equation number 2. Is it clear? We consider current density equation. From that equation we can write it as I equal to j dot A because it is a dot product or scalar product. And here if the current through the conductor is not uniform, then we can consider small current through the small given cross-sectional area. So this is a dot product. We can write the trigonometric function cos theta, theta equal to 0 degree. So we got equation 2, that is di equal to j into dA. Now we want the total current through the entire cross-sectional area. Here we consider only small area. But now from equation 2 easily we can find the total current. How to find the total current through the entire cross-sectional area? Easily we can use integration. So by integrating equation 2 easily we can get the total current through the entire cross-sectional area. Now I am going to consider the total current through the entire cross-sectional area of the conductor is given by. That means we are going to integrate equation 2 to get total current. So let us integrate equation 2. Equation 2 is what? di equal to j into dA. So let us integrate that equation. Integration of di is equal to integration of j into dA. So why we are integrating equation 2? To get total current through the entire cross-sectional area. So integrating di, when we integrate a small current through the conductor, that gives total current. So total current, let us write it as simply I. I is the total current through the entire cross-sectional area is equal to, here current density is constant, we can't integrate it, let us take outside, remaining is integration of dA. Or we can write it as I equal to j keep as it is. When we are going to integrate a small area, means that we are combining the small area of the conductor that gives the entire area. So that entire area of the given conductor is A. That means integration of dA. When we integrate a small area, that gives total area A. So I equal to j into A, what it is? This is the total current through the entire cross-sectional area. Let us take it as equation number 3. Now, electric current in terms of drift velocity we already studied in the previous video lecture. That equation we can use here. The relation between electric current in terms of drift velocity. Electric current in terms of drift velocity is given by. So what is the relation between them? We already studied, and that relation is I equal to N A E into Pd. So this is electric current in terms of drift velocity. So N is electron density, A is cross-sectional area, E is charge of the electron, and Vd indicates drift velocity. So this is current in terms of drift velocity. Let us take it as equation 4. Now, from equation 3 and 4, compare equation 3 and 4. LHS both are I here, electric current. So from equation 3 and 4, what we can write? From equation 3 and equation 4, we can write, see here simply I am going to write RHS JA equal to NAE into Vd. Here area A will get cancelled. We can get J equal to N into E into Vd. right? Or I am going to write J equal to electron density n capacities, charge of the electron E capacities, drift velocity is given by the equation. Drift velocity Vd equal to what? E into small e divided by m into tau. So what tau indicates here? Relaxation time. Right? So this is the expression for drift velocity. Now we can write J equal to n charge of the electron E into E, that we can write E square into tau capacities divided by m. Then remaining is what? Electric field. Let us write E as it is. Now I am going to write J equal to n E square tau divided by m. So what it is? N E square tau divided by m, that gives conductivity. We already derived an expression for conductivity which is denoted by sigma. Sigma equal to n E square tau divided by m. So in place of this expression, I can write conductivity sigma into E capacities. Let us take it as equation 5. So J equal to sigma into E. J indicates current density, sigma indicates conductivity, and E indicates electric field. So this equation 5 is the microscopic form of Ohm's law. See here, what is the equation 5? J equal to sigma into E. So this is what? Microscopic form of Ohm's law. Now this equation can be written in vector form. How to write in the vector form? So vector form of equation 5 can be written as vector J equal to sigma into vector E. J equal to sigma into E. This is microscopic form of Ohm's law. Vector J equal to sigma into vector E. This is vector form of Ohm's law. Vector form of Ohm's law. Is it clear? So remember, initially we consider current density, that is J equal to I divided by A. If current through the conductor is not uniform, then we consider small current. So this is a dot product. For maximum current we can use theta equal to 0 degree. We got equation 2. Then to get a total current through the entire cross sectional area, I am going to integrate that equation 2. So we got equation 3. Equation 3 gives total current flowing through the given conductor. Then the relation between current and drift velocity we already studied, that we can use equation 4, I equal to NAEVD. So equation 3 and 4 when we compare, then we got equation that is 5, J equal to sigma into E. Here in place of drift velocity we substituted its expression Vd equal to what? Electric field into charge of the electron into relaxation time divided by mass of the electron. Substitute here, we got equation 5. So this equation 5 is called microscopic form of Ohm's law, which gives relation between current density in terms of conductivity and electric field. Or we can write in a vector form, that is vector J equal to sigma into vector E.